Hi there, I'm John Taylor with AMD, or Advanced Micro Devices. We are here at CES 2012. Welcome to our technology showcase here in the Las Vegas Convention Center. I'd like to show you a little bit about really the art of what's possible when you make what I like to refer to as the most badass chip on the planet. And that's the AMD Radeon series. What you're looking at here is the new AMD Radeon 7900 series of graphics products. There's really nothing like this on the planet today. You're talking about more than 4 billion transistors in this single chip, nearly 4 teraflops of compute power, a new what we refer to as graphics core next architecture, and just an incredible array of display capabilities with our AMD Eyefinity technology, where you can do a single large surface with an incredible amount of resolution, or you can also go the route of a single panel. And what I have behind me that I'd like to share with you, that's being powered by a desktop system that combines an AMD FX 8150 CPU running at 3.6 gigahertz with the new AMD Radeon 7970 graphics card. So my colleague and I will give you a little demonstration of its capabilities here. What you're looking at is a custom demonstration developed by AMD, and we're using a 4K display here. And you don't see these very often. There's not a lot of these running around the show floor yet, but as you think about the inevitability of the human thirst for a better and better visual experience, just as we saw the transition over to 1080p sets, and now the explorations around 3D, 4K video, 4K movies, 4K displays have some key role in our future. So what we're going to do right now first is show you a few of the effects that are being rendered in real time or processed by that 7900 series GPU. So first let's take a look at some of the depth of field settings and see if you can pick up some of the calculations of the scene that we're doing. Okay, so we got the angle we want. Depth of field is on here.
We'll go wireframe mode.
Yes, so what you're getting a sense of is these are always terrific proofs of concept of what's possible in the next generation of games, and in many ways what it is real-time animation. So that's an example of depth of field, and now we'll switch to wireframe mode so you get a sense of the polygons that are being rendered and the surfaces to which we're mapping textures. And from there, why don't we take a look at some of the lighting angles that we're also processing as we look at the various elements of how light moves around, refracts, bounces through the room, all of these things to give you that incredible sense of whether you want to refer to it as a cinematic gaming experience or a truly realistic one in the case of some of the most popular first-person shooters today. Now let's go to real-time mode. And so you can get a sense that we're actually not just producing this beautiful scene static, we're also rendering it in real time. You see how those lighting angles move as his perspective changes. Terrific. Yeah, good example of depth of field here. Can we flip the wireframe and lighting angles off and just see the pure scene? Terrific. Okay, so that's a great example again of the brand new AMD Radeon 7900 series graphics product powering a 4K display with a terrific proof of concept demonstration about what we can look forward to in the next generation of games. Okay, so let's take a look at what's coming up a little bit later this year that we're showing off here at CES 2012. It's the second generation accelerated processing unit, codenamed Trinity, that you'll see in market around the midpoint of this year. You'll see it in mainstream notebooks, you'll see it in desktops, you'll see it in all-in-ones, and you'll see it in premium ultra-thin notebook products as well. You'll also likely find it in many embedded consumer electronics products in the marketplace. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the capabilities of the Trinity APU that we'll introduce at the midpoint of 2012. Right now we're taking a look at a DirectX 11 game. DirectX 11 is the new industry standard, sets a new high bar for the overall visual realism of the gaming experience and even the capabilities of the game and things like artificial intelligence. Here we're looking at the game from Codemasters called Dirt 3. It's a very popular game. showing a racing circuit. And here you're seeing many of the benefits of that DirectX 11 graphics technology, the realism of the scene in the background, the dynamic range lighting, a number of different types of DirectX 11 gaming assets on display, very smooth playback on a nice high definition display. So next we'll take a look at another workload on a separate display, and this is the ArcSoft Media Converter 7. ArcSoft is one of our key software partners for both our graphics and our APU ecosystem. And here we're showcasing the transcoding of high definition video content in an accelerated fashion from a source HD video file to a target output, in this case for the format and resolution of an iPad. So we have a single chip, the Trinity APU, doing two very processor intensive tasks at once: high-end DirectX 11 gaming and video processing or video reformatting, recoding, etc. So we're finding that chip over here in this desktop. It's got the little cooling fan here and the AMD logo. So a single chip powering all this experience, but we've got a little surprise for you. This actually isn't a desktop PC. This is all being powered by a single notebook, and simultaneous to the high-end DX11 gaming, to transcoding high-definition media, still has plenty of horsepower to flawlessly play back your high-definition media content. So think about all of that in a single chip. You get this incredible amount of performance from our APUs, but you get it in very cool, quiet, power-efficient package because of this design, meaning you'll see 8, 9, 10, 11 hours or more of battery life from these form factors. Okay, so we've seen what the new AMD Radeon 7900 series can do. That was very cool. We've seen the upcoming Trinity Accelerated Processing Unit, or Trinity APU, with our little faux desktop demo, as we like to call it. Now I'd like to go to the other end of the spectrum, stay in the APU class of products. This is the chip that we introduced at CES last year, so CES 2011. Won Best of CES Hardware Innovation Award. A lot of our OEM partners won a lot of hardware for their notebook platforms that they brought to market with this. But as the year progressed, and of course the interest in the tablet possibilities out there grew, you saw this technology that was originally architected for notebooks and slim desktops finding its way into the tablet market as well, or tablet convertibles. So what you see behind me is a couple of examples of some what were originally Windows 7 tablets in the market. We've updated them with Microsoft with the current developer edition of the Windows 8 build, and so it gives you a great example of why all of the incredible DirectX 11 graphics capabilities, video processing capabilities, and a true dual-core CPU or dual-core x86 engine, why that makes for a really unrivaled tablet experience when it deals with the overall digital media performance and the responsiveness of the system. So we wanted to share that with you, but also show you a little bit about some innovation we've been doing on the software side of things as we work with a partner that is known as BlueStacks. BlueStacks runs an emulation layer over Windows that makes it possible for you to run the most popular Android apps that are out there for that big and growing Android ecosystem. We'll run them on a Windows device. So we're running, Windows 8 here. As you can see, we're running Windows 8 over here. Let's use the bigger display. And what you'll see is one of our Windows Metro tiles is for starting the BlueStacks launcher. And once I click on that launcher, you see I've jumped over into my Android apps. In this case, I'm using the very popular news aggregator, news reader Android app known as Pulse. So I've got all the headlines, I've got all the images, I'm getting many of the benefits of the Android ecosystem combined with the best benefits of the upcoming Windows 8 operating system and that Metro experience. So very exciting things to come in terms of, if you will, having your cake and eating it too when it comes to your devices. So let's close here at the AMD Technology Showcase and show you a little bit of some of the many, many notebook products that you'll find in the market from the leading worldwide OEMs today. These are what we refer to as our Vision Technology powered notebooks. You'll find the C series, the E series, and the A series. To help you sort of sort through when you're looking at these notebooks, the C and the E series are powered by that little chip. So thinking about an incredible everyday or essential performance experience with incredibly long battery life, best battery life in the category. And then you step up to the A series product where you get up to quad-core CPU performance, more of a mid-range discrete level graphics capability, and yet with terrific battery life, category-leading battery life. So we've got some systems back here I just wanted to be able to give you an example of from up to 11 different OEMs around the world, from the 10-inch to 11.6-inch highly portable form factors up to more the 15-inch to 17-inch workstation type experience, if you will, or higher end digital entertainment box. So that's a little bit of what's out there that's available to you today. Our accelerated processing unit products have set sales records for AMD, really helped us expand our representation in the notebook market, so you shouldn't have to look too hard to go online or go into your closest retail store and look for those Vision technology powered products. So thanks very much for being with us today and taking a look at our technology showcase, and thanks again.